The day Grandma went viral and didn't know it. She thought streaming meant a leaky faucet, and she called a smartwatch a risk calculator. But what this 79-year-old grandma didn't know was that her confusion over tech would melt millions of hearts around the world. This is the hilarious and heartwarming story of how one teenager accidentally made his grandma internet famous, and how her unexpected rise to stardom brought generations closer than ever. Ruth Jenkins had never used a smartphone. She still sent handwritten letters, swore by her rotary phone, and baked cookies like it was still 1955. To her 17-year-old grandson, Mason, she was the queen of sass and sweetness. A retired teacher who called every pizza delivery guy honey and still paid for everything in cash. One Saturday, while Mason was setting up his smart speaker, Ruth stared at it like it had arrived from Mars. "So, you telling me the little box talks back? That's witchcraft, Mason." He recorded her saying that one-liner. It was just the beginning. Mason, a casual TikTok user, uploaded the clip with a caption, "My grandma versus Alexa, faced with tears of joy." He didn't think much of it until the next morning. His phone exploded with notifications. The video had over 800,000 views overnight. Comments were pouring in. "I need a whole series of Grandma Ruth. This is the most wholesome thing I've seen all week. She's an icon. Protect her at all costs." Mason told his grandma she'd gone viral. Her response? "Do I need antibiotics for that?" Curious but cautious, Ruth agreed to see what all the fuss was about. Mason sat her down, pulled up the video, and played it. "Is that me? Why is everyone watching me yell at Vox?" When she saw the comments, her eyes watered. "They think I'm funny? They really wrote that?" For me, it was a new world. One where strangers on the internet adored her, and she didn't even know what Wi-Fi was. Mason decided to keep filming. Not in a staged way, but just letting Grandma be Grandma. From confusing Instagram with instant ham to accidentally FaceTiming a priest, Ruth's candidness was pure gold. A week later, a bigger surprise came. One of the videos, where Grandma Ruth tries to use voice typing but ends up shouting her grocery list, hit 4 million views. Talk shows started reaching out. One producer from a morning show even asked if Grandma Ruth would come on air. "I'm not going on TV in my house robe. Thank you very much." Still, the attention sparked something special. Grandkids started messaging Mason. "Your videos helped me reconnect with my grandma. Thank you. I showed these to my Nana. Now we laugh about TikTok together." The content wasn't just funny. It was healing. It was nostalgic. It reminded people of home. Soon, Grandma Ruth had a fan base, affectionately calling themselves the Grammars. With Mason's help, she read comments aloud in her weekly Grandma Read-Alouds, offered life advice from someone who survived rotary phones, and even started reviewing gadgets. Her most watched clip? Trying to understand AirPods. Why do you talk to your earrings? But behind all the laughs, something deeper was happening. Ruth felt seen. Mason, always glued to his phone, now spent real quality time with her. And viewers? They weren't just entertained, they were moved. In one special video, Mason asked Ruth what she'd say to the younger generation. She thought for a moment and smiled. "Don't forget us old folks. We've got stories too, and we like being invited in. Even if we think TikTok is a new kind of mint." That clip alone reached over 12 million views. It was pinned at the top of her page, a message across generations, wrapped in laughter and love. Grandma Ruth never set out to go viral, but her charm, honesty, and endless one-liners reminded the world that joy doesn't have an age limit. And in a world full of filters and fame, sometimes all it takes is a grandma who thinks Alexa is haunted. So the next time you visit your grandparents, maybe hit record. You never know. You just might capture something the world needs to hear.